Hey YouTube, so the players have just boarded the ship, the Tranquil, which as I stated previously, is based on the Firefly ship, Serenity. On their way to the planet of Clifton. The Clifton planet is not exactly a solid planet. It in fact was a planet at one time and has since been blown apart and floats together as a collection of gravitationally pulling rocks. Though they don't pull on each other, so it just stays a bunch of rocks separated. So, in transit, Nishant flirts with Zoe, named Zira, in this setting, because at this time, when I'm pulling this from, she and Wash are not yet married, so she's technically available. Though she does not fall for any of Nishant's flirting or his contract for breeding. Fryn investigates the ship, trying to prove that they're smugglers, using a bit of metagame knowledge, but finds nothing because he didn't search the right places. If he had looked inside the crates, he might have found crates that didn't match exactly what they were supposed to be shipping. They keep on going, practice. The Jane Cobb of this series, Chris by title, a dwarf, trains against them, does quite well. So, jumping ahead to when the players get ready to land, they enter the planet's atmosphere, which is very foggy and cloudy, and while descending they are struck by spears and arrows and such. They don't know what it's coming from, and they do fear that their landing won't be too well received. So, upon landing they find perfectly normal human frontier settlement. It's got a windmill, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, what you'd expect from a small town. They're greeted well. They deliver the letter to the municipal hall and discover that the letter is Clifton's request to join the Alliance and the denial thereof because they're not big enough yet. They're currently just taking supplies and not really add anything to the alliances at this time. So, the players ask about why they were attacked by the birds. I didn't have to force this to happen. They're naturally curious. So I explained to the players that the birds were a quarterstaff. These are just have bird arms and legs. They don't have natural arms. That the city people say, or town folk say, have been terrorizing them, trying to get extra funds and foods. They ask if the players are willing to send a bribe to the Akorak to try to stave off further attacks. The players accept, though they don't really like the idea of bribing them, because that just sets up precedent for future bribes. Nevertheless, the Tranquil says they have plenty of time before they have to leave, so the players can do this mission. Players set off with their loot, and on the way meet a bird person who leads them forward as the players try to keep up, except for Peter, who's riding his Fluffy, the flying hamster. The players, except for him of course, fall into a hole and get stuck. With Peter's help, they get out, and I started to give them another side quest off of this side quest, but when I said, when you're lying in the hole, you hear, they said we climb out, and didn't let me finish the sentence, so I figured they really didn't feel like staying in the hole for very long. And I let that fly, because if they don't want to do this now, if they'll come back to it later, I won't. Again, I have a lot of quest lines. I'm not worried about this one or that one. The players continue to deliver the food, finally get to the Akorak nest, and find that these people are quite peaceful. Quite nice. They ask why they attacked when... The players ask why the Korok had attacked when they were trying to land. And another voice, very deep and malicious, croaks out, "Oh, it wasn't them. There's been a misunderstanding of personalities." Another kind of bird people land. These are Kenku and Tengu, Japanese-based bird people, schemers, tricksters, thieves, good kind of people, you know? Yeah, salt of the earth. They try to explain to the players that that stuff should be reallocated to them because they need it. The players do not like the idea of giving it to such hostile entities, but as requested, give the goods over and arrange for another meeting in which to arrange a protection racket for the town. It's arranged for a neutral location right around the hole the players had fallen in, where the Korok and the town mayor can meet along with some other people from both sides. So players go back to the town, tell the mayor he's all cool with that. The Tranquil still has some more stuff to take care of, probably unloading their not-so-lawful goods. So they set out, players meet with the Korok there, and they set up an arrangement. Takes quite a bit of out-of-game time, not much in-game time, and not much time for me to explain. The Korok state, no, Tengu, if I said a Korok earlier, it's the Tengu they have to meet with, and Kenku, state that the humans' arrival has taken a fertile plot of land away from their farming. If you know the Kenku and Tengu diets, they don't eat vegetables, they don't farm, they scavenge and they kill. Carnivorous. But the players don't know that, so they just go along with it and admit that sure, the city is upsetting the town is upsetting the local ecology. So yes, they should do something. So they arrange a certain amount of food to be delivered at this time, and the Tengu can't attack. The city's given a grace period and interest if they don't pay up. Really not favorable for the town, but what are you going to do? They're in a hostile territory and they need protection. Well, not attack. So that's set up, and Peter, using his high charisma, stares down the Kenku, who are like 3 feet taller than him, and tells them if they break this contract, the entire force of the Alliance will rain down on them. Which is of course a lie, but the Tengu didn't pass their perception, and he passed his charisma by enough that they believe it. So they're willing to stick with it as long as they believe the Alliance would actually rain down on them. The players return to town. The Tranquil is set up, ready to leave. Players are thanked very heartily by the town and given a little bit of gold, I think, and saluted as they set out for the next planet of Centerland. This concludes the 6th session of the Space Campaign. Hope you tune in for the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.